Thank you for rejoining us after that commercial break. After a week of demolition and rebuilding, we are just now reintroducing the Smith family to their home, which we have redesigned to allow Mrs. Smith, a well-known community member, to live in as she lives with her early onset dementia. This house provides a basic outline for a home that any person with dementia can easily call home, but that with simple adjustments can be tailored to suit Mrs. Smith as her dementia progresses. First, let's take a look at the living room. We've specially designed this room so that all of the surfaces are within reach of the seated areas. That way, everyone can be comfortable. The TV that we've given the family is preset to Mrs. Smith's preferred channels and features both a simpler remote system and a caller ID feature that reads who is calling and flashes their face onto the TV screen. What's unique to this room is the coffee table. On it, you can find 2 books. One is a scrapbook featuring the names, pictures, and facts belonging to the people in the dementia patient's life, as well as a calendar to mark down appointments and birthdays. This table also features a puzzle book to support the patient's cognitive ability as their dementia progresses. Let's take a look at the kitchen. This kitchen is perfect for a dementia patient because the floors are smooth and feature no rugs, as dementia patients may easily trip. We've given the kitchen a faucet that doesn't allow for water to get too hot, and the switches for the garbage disposal and the stove knobs have covers that make the appliances inoperable when the patient can no longer safely use them. The kitchen may be blocked off from the rest of the house, which means that if the patient comes to a place where using the kitchen is unsafe, it may be simply locked and the patient kept out. We've also placed chairs in the kitchen so that when the patient is cooking, she won't need to rest on the counter, or potentially the stove, and burn or hurt herself. Next, let's take a look inside the fitness room. As you can see, there are stationary bikes located in the center of the room. The bikes are used to strengthen muscles in the patient. Fitness in a dementia patient has shown to keep the patient from becoming too withdrawn and also as a way of keeping them calm. The laundry area of this room is situated behind 2 closed closet doors and features top opening washers and dryers that keeps the patient from leaving the appliances open. There are cabinets with cleaning supplies that feature child locks so that if the patient cannot use the supplies safely anymore, they won't be able to access them. The office part of this room has a non-rolling chair at the desk, and a computer features a slideshow of important friends and family members. It is also made to be child locked, so certain web pages are bookmarked and others are inaccessible. This room is supposed to be relaxing, so it features a quiet sitting area and a radio. Most notably, there is a calendar clock in this room orientating the patient to the day, week, month, and year. Let's now see the patient's bedroom. The dementia patient's bedroom is often filled with various objects that are artifacts from certain milestones in the person's past. A toy they cherished as a child, their high school yearbook, a postcard from a trip to Paris they went on during college. Basically, any item meant to induce a memory attached to the object. The objects are strategically and subtly placed in the room as if to sequence the journey of their lives. Ideally, picking up a toy from their childhood would then influence them to wander over and pick up something from their teenage adolescence, and so on until the artifacts lead the patient to the final destination, which is their bed. This bed features massage pads to help the patient sleep and keep the patient from wandering in the middle of the night. The room also features an old-fashioned radio preset to the patient's favorite old songs. The curtains in the room are heavy and are hooked up to a timing system that will pull back at a designated time in the morning to try and stimulate the patient to wake up. They're in a simple color and are able to block out a decent amount of unwanted light during sleeping hours. The reasons for the curtains to be regimented on a timing system is to try and instill a continuous routine for the patient. When looking at the bathroom, one will notice that non-slip mats are placed on the floor. There are also railings placed on the walls around the shower and the bathtub to keep the patient from falling. Like the kitchen, the water temperature is set to not become too hot or too cold